Hi, my name is Susie, and 6 days ago, I turned 20. I remember dreading my birthday and not willing to accept the fact that I'm no longer a teenager. But as I look around the room, probably one of the youngest person here, and that makes me very intimidated, but also proud. Being a teenager is nothing like that. Not all of us have this kind of face, get accidentally discovered, become a millionaire, win Grammys, and date Selena Gomez with a fan base of preteen girls. But I promise you, being a teenager is better than all of that. I want to briefly mention one thing now, that being young is a mindset, not an age. Youth can be arbitrarily defined as anyone between the age of 12 to 40. There are many awards celebrating youth, such as the top 20 under 20 and top 40 under 40, but because youth can make a difference, and youth are making a difference. Gone are the days of youth rebellion, dressed up in black chains, off doing who knows what. But Gen Y and the millennials are a generation that embraces our world, understand the problem, and are fighting to solve them. I started something called Science Expo when I was in grade 12. It's a nonprofit, entire youth run dedicated to empowering students in science. So this youth run concept is not very new or very unique. A lot of the conferences I attend and many of the startups and nonprofits are youth run, and probably the most famous example being Mark Zuckerberg, who's just one of the million examples out there. But the truth is, and as I'm quoting Justin Trudeau, that youth are not the leaders of tomorrow. We are the leaders of today. As an introduction, I was a former co-chair of the Guelph Youth Council, been involved with it for over 4 years. And through my 4 years, I've personally witnessed and participated and to see what the youth of Guelph can offer the city. From organizing volunteer fairs, to participating in Santa Claus parades, to doing a silent auction for the homeless youth shelter, and everything in between, it opened my eyes and helped me understand the role that youth play in our city. One of our main responsibilities every year at the Guelph Youth Council is to host the youth tent at the Multicultural Festival. The Multicultural Festival is an important event for me because I attach my identity strongly to my culture. I moved to Canada from China when I was 7 years old. Since that age, I've lived in 7 different cities, 9 different schools, and traveled across continents. But what grounded me across all my moves is my Chinese root. And until this day, my Chinese heritage remains an important part of my culture and identity. I sometimes often struggle to balance my cultural identity of being both Canadian and Chinese, but always strive to incorporate my Chinese culture into my life, whether that be volunteering at the International Language Program, watching Chinese dramas, or just speaking Chinese at home. I'm fortunate to live in Canada because it's allowed me to really embrace the multicultural dynamic of this country. Being young when I moved allowed me to and taught me how to be adaptable, blend in, and really become a culture chameleon. I blindly follow my mom everywhere she goes, and really experienced a unique childhood growing up in different places. Well, because I didn't know any better. And youth have this blessing of ignorance that allows us to embrace our creativity, imagination, and differences. We're allowed to color outside the lines and laugh at our mistakes. Something I recently realized that failure as a kid is funny. When you play the wrong note on a recital, when you fall in the middle of ballet, it's cute. But however, as we grow up, every mistake we make haunts us forever. Instead of thinking it's cute, it's now embarrassing. We always aim for perfection. We're being taught that practice makes perfect. We sometimes forget the joy of doing things we simply love. Stick figures are no longer accepted as art assignments, and I learned this the hard way. As we grow up, we're expected to be perfect and to produce work that's of value. Our dreams slowly fade away as reality begins to hit us. But as young people, we believe we can be anything, do anything. We feel invincible, and some people call this naive, but I call this a gift. We are bold to try new things, to defy the status quo, and are not afraid of being different, because only by being different can you truly be unique. And lastly, we're not afraid to believe. I believe I can change the world as a social entrepreneur. I believe the world will be a better place in the future. I do believe we'll cure AIDS, find a cure for cancer, and solve global warming in my lifetime. And I believe by the end of the century, we'll be able to have every kid live above the poverty line with at least $1 a day. Lastly, I believe I can be a little kid who thought everything's possible, where I can board platform 9 3/4 and enter a world of magic, where falling down a rabbit hole leads to an enchanted forest, and when the fairy godmother appears every time I want a new prom dress. I started watching Disney movies again, the night of turning 20. Disney has taught me many things, one of which is to remember age is only a number. I'm not saying become Peter Pan, although my last name is Pan, but I'm saying there's power in being youth. Although you may not be 20, you can be a youth at heart. Thank you very much.